A lot of Stonewall's work remains below the radar. So my social media, you won't tell from my social media who I've had meetings with. You know, I will never go, here's me with a minister and this is what we've discussed. Here's me with, everything is still very low key and below the radar. So some of that still remains. And Stonewall remains considered to be one of the most effective lobbying organisations in the country. I mean, we achieved our founding mission in 2014 and we continue to move the needle, but also because we don't have any reliance on government funding. So all our income is unrestricted. So when I took over in 2014, we were on 4.5 million. We'll close this year on 8.5 million. That growth, so that doubling of income is all unrestricted. What I mean by unrestricted is we get it, we can spend it on whatever we want. You won't find charities like that. So Oxfam isn't like that. Big government grants determines their activity, whereas Stonewall has massive freedom, and that's a big drive.
Last year, I established the Sex and Relationship Expert Panel to provide independent advice on these matters. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the expert panel members and its chair, Professor Emma Reynolds, for their excellent work. It's really important to me that we ensure that children and young people in Wales grow up to be healthy, confident and compassionate individuals. And today we see the launch of Cardiff University's primary agenda.
Will the First Minister make a statement on progress towards creating a feminist government in Wales?
So I want to thank the member for that question. On International Women's Day, Jane Hutt set out our ambition for gender equality in Wales, focused on equality of outcome for all. The statement was developed as part of the Gender Equality Review, of course initiated by Carwyn Jones in March of 2018.
Welsh Centre for Public Policy, they are doing some work specifically around the gender review to look at impact assessments on gender. So Dr. Alison Parkin is doing that work and we're working quite closely with her. That would enable us to look at where sort of gender could fit and what that deeper dive in terms of gender and then potentially the other protected characteristics could look like.
The thing that perhaps we couldn't agree on, and the thing that I think gets to the heart of the Act and the discussion around it, is what you put in your written evidence, the suggestion that the Equalities Act should include gender identity instead of gender reassignment, and perhaps remove things like single-sex space exemptions. That seems to be the heart of the conflict, if that's the right word, around all of this. Do you see the kind of argument and the conflict, if you think there is one, around doing that and the rights of women based on sex under the Equality Act? And if you do see that, why would you? How do you suggest kind of resolving that conversation?
So I'll give that a go. That was quite a few things, quite a few questions, kind of rolled into one there, but all really good. So the Equality Act protects on the basis of both sex and gender identity.